Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and today we are talking about Epic Games Online Services. They just got a major update, the 1.15 SDK of the online services, and it's added a great new feature. We'll get back to that feature in just a second. First, we're going to talk about what online services is all about. Basically, at some point in time, a modern game, you're going to have some kind of an online component. If it's a matchmaker or leaderboard, achievements, that kind of stuff, you're probably going to need to have something online. And for most developers, even larger developers, you probably don't want to run your own infrastructure. So the idea of game services in the cloud have been around for a very long time. So that's part of what this is all about. So there's two parts to this. There's the account services, and that's kind of the golden goose to Epic Games in my humble opinion, and then the game services. And the game services, they give away completely for free. So what kind of stuff are we talking about here when we say game services? Those include voice chat, achievements, matchmaking, live ops, and more. So if you've got again, leaderboards or achievements, and you want to do analytics of how many people are playing your game day over day, that kind of stuff, that is what game service is all about. You also have a free account service, so if you need to have authentication, that is the aspect right there. And this is a big part of what the 1.15 update was all about. The key thing with all of this is it is completely and utterly free. So that is definitely one of the nice things. And the thing is, a lot of people relying on previous services, such as, for example, GameSparks, which was just deprecated. I think I know of about 6 or 7 of these game services as a back-end companies that have gone out of business now. So if you want to have your game depending on something for its networking, well, you're going to want to make sure that you trust the company behind it. And you can see here, in terms of game engine support, you got the big ones there. So there's Unreal Engine and Unity SDKs. It'll also work with Lumberyard, I guess we'd call that O3DE now, the Godot game engine, and so on. So this is game engine agnostic. It is also on almost all of the major platforms, although what you're going to find today's new feature is desktop only. It's on PC now, coming to Mac and Linux in a bit. It has been used for some pretty serious games. Hades uses it. They use it in Fortnite for their own game, and they also use it for Rocket League now. You may be wondering exactly what the catch is. So here is their description. You have the choice of believing them or not, but they say they're free, so what's the catch? There is no catch. We built many of these services for Fortnite and are now operating in enormous economies of scale. We rely on these services for Epic Games Store. Now we are happy to offer these services to game developers for free with the goal of encouraging wider adoption of all Epic offerings and of making crossplay, cross-progression, and all open and interconnected online features more accessible to everyone. Now the cool thing here is they are a tool provider, so if the ecosystem grows, they make money there. They're also an online store, so if they sell more games, they make money there. So the altruism does make sense to a certain degree. Ultimately, when developers choose to use Epic account services, Epic and all participating partners benefit by growing a cross-platform account base and social graph available to all. Now, you also, again, have, I think the golden goose here is the account services. This is kind of growing more and more important, especially with the world of do not track. So when you log into something with like Google Auth, well, you can actually get targeted ads across all sites you log in with Google Auth. So these centralized authentication systems, things like Google, Hotmail, etc., are huge value in them. Same with the Apple ID, etc. And again, obviously, Epic Games wants a slice of that pie as well. So in the 1.15 update, the big new thing is PC crossplay. Now, this is PC only for now, and what it allows you to do is hook up everybody's favorite online gaming store, the Epic Games Store, with their second favorite, Steam. Okay, so maybe that might be slightly out of order. I know there are a lot of people that aren't huge fans of the Epic Games Store, but let's just leave those conversations, please, in the dust. We've had them 100 million times. So you see here, today we are launching a new crossplay tool for game developers, starting with PC. This service is the first in a series of plug-and-play crossplay services that give developers everything they need to connect their game and community across platforms and stores. So Epic Online Service Crossplay now works seamlessly on Steam and Epic Games Store, enabling Steam players to search for over 500 million friends, connect, and play. Development to natively support more PC stores is underway, so are macOS and Linux support for desktop, with support for crossplay on console and mobile platforms coming later. So right now, this is PC exclusive, but it is coming to all these other important platforms in the future. To make it easier to play and to To connect with friends across PC stores, Epic Online Services includes an overlay that merges Steam and Epic Games friends into a single list, as well as an interface to search for friends, send and receive friend requests, and join multiplayer game sessions across stores. Now, if you're wondering how this works exactly, this is something a developer has to implement into their game, and this is completely optional. So you can use online services without using this new crossplay functionality. It is another option available in the SDK. What it allows you to more or less do is merge your friend list together. Here is a list of the features. So we got Steam and Epic Games Store friends merge into one overlay, allowing players to see all of their friends. So that one friend you have on the Epic Games Store and the 6,000 you have on Steam, well, you can now see 6,001. You've got integrated game invites. So in-game players can search and send invites to players across Steam and Epic Games Stores. Kind of brings the two communities together, which on the whole, to be honest, it's good. It's a good thing to see, and hopefully this continues to work. You also have account linking. Now, this is one of those things to be aware of. If you're a Steam player and you join and you want to talk to an Epic Games player, it's creating you a proxy account behind the scenes that you can then quickly fill out and claim it as your own. But behind the hood, it is creating a hidden Epic Games account for you. Update free improvements, and it's got a plug-and-play SDK. So if you want to check it out, it's available at dev.epicgames.com. There are more details of the SDK available here. It works on a number of platforms, but do keep in mind, that the new crossplay functionality is currently PC only, but it is coming to Mac and Linux, and then it's going to be available for other consoles. Console's going to be a little bit more interesting because the developers definitely, they wall their gardens and what they allow on consoles a lot more. Right now, Sony is pretty terrible of allowing crossplay. Like Microsoft keeps trying to do it, Sony keeps shutting it down. So I don't think that they're going to allow this level of crossplay either, but it will be interesting to see. But in those cases, it's more of a walled garden, and they have more of a stop. I also wouldn't be surprised that you'll never see this on iOS because, hey, Apple. But here you can see, again, the online services, Epic Games online services, are completely free, and now we have this new crossplay functionality in SDK 1.15. Again, the most important thing to remember here is this is completely optional. So developers have to implement this into their game, but it is now available in the SDK. So if you want to expand your user base across both stores, you now can do so. And this actually makes a ton of sense. If you're developing a game and you want to support the Epic Games Store, but you don't want to lose out on that massive Steam community, well, now you can kind of do it for free in a way. At least that's my taking behind this. And this is also, again, the big drive here. I think what Epic Games wants out of this is to grow their own user database as much as possible. Not to spy on you or anything, but to be that central authentication source. Because I think those central authentication databases are the gold mine of the future because of changes to marketing laws, do not track, and that kind of stuff. So that is my humble opinion. But what do you think of Epic Online Services and the new PC crossplay? Let me know, comments down below, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.